I've been wanting to make this video about a very important subject, and that is on the type of soil that we use to be more successful in our garden. And it's very important because this the subject that I wanted to talk about is really how much money do we are we willing to spend to have a very successful garden. Me in my case, I used to spend so much money at Lowe's and Home Depot buying all kinds of different products. And I wanted to make this video because the question is it really necessary to go out and spend so much money on different products? And don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on any of those products. I actually think they work very well. I myself used to buy them, and I never had any complaints. But at the same time, I used to spend so much money. And on this video, me, you, and a lot of the viewers are going to learn from the comments that we leave on the comment section, and about, is it really necessary to spend all the money that we do? If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section. That way we can all benefit from your ideas. And if you have any products that you use, please drop them in the comment section. But please follow me on this video, and we will see if it's really necessary to spend money on amendments to grow this type of vegetables right here. Stay tuned, and let's see if we can come up with any ideas. Let's start by mentioning some of the products that are available out there that in fact are being recommended or suggested by a lot of the YouTube gardeners out there. And I'm not about to hate on any of the gardeners, because of them is that I am here now having a very successful garden. I want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to John Collar, the vegan athlete. I don't know if he's still around, but he used to be a good gardener. And also the California Gardening channel, Ray from Plant Abundance. There's so many out there. Callie Kim, that lady out of New Jersey. James Prigioni, also from New Jersey. Anyways, all of those guys, they always keep recommending all kinds of different amendments, and yes, they do work. But is it really necessary to spend so much money? Some of the products that they recommend is the one of them is the rock dust, trace minerals. That was introduced by Mr. John Collar from his growingyourgreens.com channel. And I used to buy rock dust, the trace minerals, for a long time. And I don't know, up until now, I don't know if I did get any results from using rock dust. One thing I know is that I used to spend so much money on buying rock dust. Every year I would spend anywhere between $30 to $45. And up until now, I still have some left, but I don't use it anymore, guys. And but once again, I'm not hating on John Collar or anybody or any of those products. I think they work, but I don't think personally it's really necessary. Another thing that you guys can use is fish fertilizer. It's 100% organic, and the brand that I prefer, and I'm not being sponsored by any of those, it's the Alaska fish fertilizer. They recommend that for your vegetables, and supposedly the leaves turn nice and green, and you have very healthy plants by using fish fertilizer. Another one is wood ash. Also, if you want to increase the, if you for acidic soils, they also recommend lime. Also, some YouTubers are recommending worm castings, worm poop, if you want to call it, and that can also be expensive. I used to buy the rock dust and the worm castings at the same time, and up until now, I don't know if I got any good results from doing that. Also, so people buy steer manure, chicken manure, mycorrhiza, and mycorrhiza, for what I hear, is also really good. But that's also another thing that can be very expensive. Another thing that gardeners use a lot is just make it easy for them. They just go to a Lowe's or Home Depot, and they just buy premium soil. There are so many different brands out there. If you want to get creative, yeah, you can get the Miracle Grow. Kellogg's also makes good soil, and it's not bad. But I think that's only for beginner gardeners. If you want to be lazy, just build yourself a nice raised bed, fill it up with premium soil, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have good success. But there's no fun on doing that. But if and not only that, but by the time you leave Lowe's with your truck filled with 20 bags or 8, 9, 10 bags, you're gonna be spending hundreds of dollars for just for growing tomatoes or cucumbers or whatnot. And really, you can just go and buy your own vegetables if that's the case. It's gonna be a lot cheaper by doing that. Towards the end of this video, I'm gonna give you ideas on what to do if you don't want to keep spending so much money on soil amendments. Some gardeners also use a coco coir just to retain water, and also they use peat moss, coco coir, but that also is it can get expensive, guys. I tell you, I know what I'm telling you because that used to be me. 3 years ago, that I would go to Lowe's, Home Depot, and I would just get just a few items, and my bill would be $100, 98, 150 sometimes, and I didn't see the point of that because a lot of the vegetables that I grow, as I had mentioned in the past, I don't eat at all. If anything, I'd probably eat not even a 1/3 of the stuff that I grow. Most of it, it's like 70% of the stuff that I grow, it goes to my neighbors, friends, family members, or whoever walks by my house. I just offer all this good and fresh, 100% organic produce to them because before they go to waste. I really don't eat this, so there's no point on spending so much money on it. Okay, so now that I already hated on all those products, just kidding. I'm not hating on anything. Now it's time to get to the bottom of this, to the point of this video. Now, if I don't buy any products, any amendments for my soil, for my garden, how do I do it? It's quite simple, guys. I have mentioned that before, that God did not have any amendments when he started the creation. When he started the garden, he used anything. He let the plants, he let vegetation feed itself. Everything that God created is perfect. So There's no point on trying to, all we do as humans is try to copy nature. But really, all you have to do is just let nature do what it's supposed to do. What I do in my case, and I think I'm very successful, uh, is I don't waste any organic matter that my garden produces. For example, if I pick this right here, I just drop it back in the soil. From my kitchen, all my kitchen waste, 100% of my organic kitchen waste goes into my soil. And I'm gonna show you something. every day every day I get at least 2 buckets full of organic matter. And what I do, I just come to my compost pile, which happens to be the base of my beloved nectarine tree. So not only I'm using the base of this tree to have my compost pile, but also the tree is benefiting from it. Look at this. This thing is loaded down with nectarines, and I only water this tree maybe once or twice a week, and I don't even waste so much water on it. The nectarines are sweet. The tree itself is very productive, and all it is just from my garden organic waste. And if I pick up this, that's all my kitchen waste right there. Look at that. Look at all those roly-polies and worms. There's ants, some roaches from time to time. They're all they're all working for me. Look at the jalapeno right there. I know it looks very gross, but this is how nature does it. The deers, the animals, they all pooped in the forest. That poop also attracts all kinds of different microorganisms, and the plants benefit from it. So all this matter right here is slowly decomposing, and that is what is feeding this tree right here. I don't collect so much soil or premium soil from this compost pile. I'll just let the nectarine tree benefit from all the nutrients, because I do the same thing all over my yard. As you know, as you remember, I posted a video about it's titled "Got Worms," and I talk on that video about um, have to attract worms, red worms, onto your yard by burying all your kitchen waste onto your actual raised beds. If you do that, the worms will actually eat all the organic matter, and that will turn into a very rich soil within your raised bed. So that will create all the nutrients that you need to be a successful gardener. This is another raised bed where I have my grapevines. I have 2 grapevines planted side by side. As you can see, look at that. Anybody would think that I'm amending the soil, but I'm not. I'm following the same steps that to the from the other raised bed. Go to my kitchen, bring all my kitchen waste, and just put it on the ground. Look at that. Potato peels. What else do you see there? These guys used to be just dead plants. And from time to time, I come out with my garden hose and I just water it. Some peanuts, shells, some cabbage, some mango seeds, mango peel, some cucumbers, cabbage that went bad inside the refrigerator. Everything goes at the base of this grape vine right here. And I continue to do the same thing throughout my whole yard. Throughout all my raised beds, I do exactly the same thing. When the season is over, when the growing season is over, as you can see, I chopped all the stalks from the plants, all the dead branches and leaves, and I just leave it there on site, slowly decomposing, and that it will turn into the nutrients for next year crop garden. Just about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I used to go out and buy wood chips or collect leaves from my neighbors. I would literally ask for them to let me rake them for free, so I could have them and bring them into my yard. But I don't have to do that anymore. See, all of this right here is from last year's crops. Like when the growing season was over, I chopped everything down, and it's slowly decomposing. It used to cover all the way here, but as you can see, the plum tree and the peach tree are taking advantage of all the nutrients from these dead branches, dead plants, rotten food, and you name it. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. There's gotta be comments out there for you guys. If you spend so much money on amendments, you don't have to do that, guys. Just go and just do what nature does. Just drop everything on the ground, and nature will take care of the rest. Look at this soil right here. It's a combination of native soil and compost. Literally, if I was to put this in a pot, I could grow anything that I wanted to. And I don't have to add peat moss. I don't have to be adding coco coir. Nothing, because the soil, look at this. It wasn't like that 9 years ago when I first moved into this property, but now I don't have to do anything. And this one I started doing, I started to practice this method maybe just three years ago, and look at that, no complaints whatsoever. So yes, the first time after you build your raised bed for the first time, you will have to go to Lowe's or Home Depot, but don't buy the most expensive soil. Just go the cheapest that you can, and just keep adding all your dead plants and kitchen waste, and eventually you will start to build your own soil, and you're gonna be very successful. As the year go by, you may have to still go to Lowe's and top off your beds again and bring them up to the level, but do not buy the expensive soil. Just go as cheap as possible. Or in my case, there are some hardware stores where they sell soil mix for lawn that the gardeners they use for lawns. That's what I did this year. My brother brought me a truckload of lawn soil mix. And this is the soil that they use, the gardeners that they use for to start lawn from seed. Well, it turned out to be very good for my raised beds. I'm so happy, and believe it or not, I only paid $24 for that truckload, and I only needed just one truckload. And look at that, I was able to add them almost on all my raised beds. And here's the results. Am I using any amendments to grow corn this healthy? I'm not. Pay $24 for one truckload. So I'm gonna end this video very shortly. If you guys have any questions and any comments, you can drop them in the comment section below, and I'm sure someone out there is gonna benefit from your ideas. If you like this video, please leave a like if you must. I always ask for likes because even though this is not a tutorial channel, I feel motivated to keep uploading this type of content. Not only people benefit from this content, but I also use it just kind of like keep record of my plants. I used to take pictures of my plants in the past, but some of my phones I either lost them or I lost the data from them, and I was never able to recover my videos that I have recorded of my garden. So this idea came from uploading my videos onto YouTube, and one thing led to another, and I started talking over my videos about what I was growing. And now, my channel is growing, and people ask me questions, and I reply back to them, and they give me ideas, I give them ideas, and I'm trying to grow a community of gardeners, especially up here in the high desert. I don't think we have any YouTube gardening channels in this area.